Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 4 in the series. Wow, how the time does fly. Game 4 in the series between Liquid Snute versus Liquid Taeja. We are now 2-1 in favor of Taeja. And really what we've been seeing is Taeja doing more with his units, but Snute just having an amazing macro in every one of these games, putting himself in a very favorable position early on. Now, will Snute be able to even up the series once more and make it 2-all, or will Taeja start off with a 3-1 lead in this best of 7, making it very, very difficult to come back? Now, we are on Neo Planet S, Taeja spawning as the red Terran here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Snute spawning as the blue Zerg on the bottom left. Zerg versus Terran, and so far, I am expecting Taeja to open up with a barracks followed by a gas going into double Reaper play, and then also during that time setting up an expansion, putting pressure onto his opponent and making him make a little bit of poor decisions and forcing him to train units. Meanwhile, Snute will then have the option of going into quick two, maybe even 3 bases, try to get that macro up as quickly as possible. What we've really been seeing from Snute, is he actually going for a fast hatchery here? Yes, he is. What we've been seeing from Snute is that he does go for this fast hatchery. He then follows it up with a spawning pool inside and does go for double queens. The double queens have been very instrumental in holding off that early Reaper pressure and forcing Taeja to try and micro to get any bit of an advantage. Now, we are on Neo Planet S. However, even though as the crow flies, so to speak, is rather close, there is this untraversable cliff here in the center. So Reapers actually have to go around this area, making this map a rather unique map. Many times Reapers can jump. Can they actually jump up and down this? You know what? I thought they couldn't, but maybe I see some areas where they can. I'll have to double check. Now I'm looking like the fool, but really Taeja will be helping me figure this out all in just a moment. Wow, I feel like I'm at a loss of words right now as I'm trying to remember if I've seen Reapers actually jump up and down this cliff. Part of me says yes, part of me says no, so I guess it's 50-50. And let's see what's going to be happening here. All right. No, Reapers cannot jump up and down these cliffs as I originally suspected. I don't know what part of me was saying, hey, you might be wrong. But the Reaper will be going around the center here. So you can see that it does take a little bit longer as we are now going into queens. Now, this is a questionable move by Snute that he is actually getting drones here when there isn't any real need. Okay, there's the extractor. There's one extractor there. The Reapers do need about, 11 shots in order to take down a drone. That is a bit of a problem. Oh, is it gonna? Nope, it is not going to grow up to be an extractor at all, as there is the second one there. Zerglings are now out on the field as the Reaper trying to chase after this drone. Oh, beautiful change into a spore crawler as the queen is now out. There's the cancellations. Are we going to see a cancellation on the spore crawler, or is he just going to keep it alive? No. There you go. The spore crawler is once again there as the queen is in position. We can see a second queen already being trained. This is that quad queen play. Meanwhile, back at the base of Taeja, he did go into that command center. We can see that the factory is now down, and so is that barracks, as the queen is now dueling these Reapers. All right. Duel master against a duo of Reapers. Dueling the duo of Reapers. And so far, we can see enough queens have been trained to really at least do a little pushback here, as we now see a queen now coming in. Oh, the queen does get off a shot there. Taeja taking a little bit of damage, not being able to regenerate back up to full, as he wants to get back up to full. Once he is back up to full, those Hellions should be appearing, and that should be enough. Oh, this could be bad here. The Reapers are just going to jump up onto the high ground here. There are 3 queens. The Reapers do have the same range. They are just dancing back and forth. Are they going to try to jump up onto the high ground here in just a moment? There's a little bit of attack there. There they go up onto the high ground. There should be a queen in position. There it is. Snute now going to try to make its way over, as there is that the fourth queen inside here. All right, the queen's now doing a little bit of dart throwing. It looks as though, yes, the Reaper will be able to get away, as we now see the Hellions as the follow-up. This has really been a repeat of game 1, 2, and 3 in terms of their openings, and a lot of people out there may say, you know what, that's kind of stale. That's definitely not true in StarCraft 2. And the reason why I say that is chess, the first 20 moves, 25 moves, in a well-established chess game, both players just can like blindly make moves for the first 20 or 30 moves just to try to get themselves into position. Now, it's when the people start taking risks, when the people start trying to maneuver themselves in a better situation, where we'll actually start to see variations. So far, Taeja has been opening up with the same move every single time, this double Reaper, double Hellion into Medevac Hellbat strategy, and it's been very, very effective. However, Snute has also felt that his economic advantage is not one to laugh at, so he's felt that his economic advantage has been enough as well. We do see that the Roach Warrens are now coming out. The Queen's getting in a couple of easy shots there, and wow, those Reapers very, very low on life, still able to do something, as we now see Creep Tumors made off to the north. However, the Hellbat's now going to be coming in from the back here, causing a lot of destruction. How many workers will get killed? So far, 6 workers killed by Taeja. A beautiful worker kill count, as the Hellions and the Reapers now trying to come in through the front door. All right, there you go. That is a lot of torching. Oh, a beautiful Evolution Chamber block there to make sure that the Hellbats and the Hellions have a difficult time. Harvester count 37 to 43. We can see that the third hatchery has not been placed down yet. There's the cancellation again, and Snute still has an albeit small advantage. His army, however, is going to be much larger, 34 to 18, as we do see one drone here perhaps waiting to grow up and be a hatchery. So far, we already at tier 2. We are getting into the Glio Reconstitution, and this is actually much faster from Snute than in the previous games. Because it's faster, he should have Glio Reconstitution faster here, as the Hellbats quickly come in, take down a couple of quick drones there, as now the Medevac is forced to pull back. The hatchery will suffer a bit of damage, most likely, as Taeja may drop those Hellbats here. No, it looks like he is deciding against it. Just feigning pressure with that Medevac nearby. We are seeing a caravan of roaches now make their way out, and Snute must have been studying those replays and wondering, okay, you know what, during this time, you really don't have much of an army. I have Glio Reconstitution, I have movement speed, I'm just going to try to walk inside your base and now take it down. However, little does he know that Taeja already has, a beautiful position there. That siege tank going to get destroyed in a second, and there it goes. The Hellbats unable to, the Hellbats are jumping up inside that bunker, but the Hellbats are getting picked off very, very quickly. All right, SCV is trying to massively repair this one particular bunker. The bunker is getting saved, though, but that just means that the roaches can take down all of these SCVs pretty quickly as well. You can see how much damage is being done. 14 workers killed. Meanwhile, the hatchery over here has been taken down by a group of marauders, but it doesn't really matter, as the SCVs here at the third base are absolutely, or at the second base, are absolutely getting pummeled. The roaches need to get away from siege tank range. As you can see, some SCVs are still falling. Worker kill count up to 21, as Snute definitely studied the replays in the previous match and knew that he had a larger army. Beautiful timing there, as now Taeja, who does not have the super economic drive of the Zerg, is going to have a much more difficult time replacing all of those SCVs. Marauders quickly taking down one poor drone there. Apparently he didn't get the memo, as the roaches are now coming in as well. We can see a swarm of roaches coming in here. The Marauders quickly get the heck out of there, as the Medevac pilot picks them up and says, you know what, you did a good job. Let me go ahead and return you back to base. This hatchery has been completed, but it looks like this Medevac has some other concerns already. We are already transferring some roaches here, some drones as well, as the Marauders will most likely unload themselves off in the fog of war, use stim, and then attempt to focus down all of these roaches. The Medevac, however, is low on energy. Here you go. There's the engagement. One roach already down. A second roach. A beautiful pickup and drop off again, as the Queen does get a transfusion off. Beautiful transfusion, saving that one roach and making that entire engagement much more cost ineffective for Taeja. We are now seeing Snute come in and do some very, very effective micro of his own to get more mileage out of his units. All right. I love watching these games where the first couple of games both players are just trying to feel each other out, and now both players are adapting to each other's strategies. They're getting better, they're figuring out what their opponent is doing, and they want to make sure that they get the upper hand. Snute with the current upper hand here. You can take a look at the income, a 700, 800 resource difference per minute. Taking a look at the losses are actually better for Snute at this point, so I gotta give this to Snute. He is setting himself up to even up this series rather quickly, but Taeja, no slouch in the matter. Neoplanet as very, very strong for siege tanks to protect your main base and your natural. Alright, units are all rushing back off over here. You can see the Marines are now coming in, but we now finally see some Mutalisk play. The Mutalisk not effective against the Marines, though. As you can see, Taeja is thinking twice about engaging when there are Mutalisks and so much creep on the field. These roaches move faster than medevacs. I believe, yeah, move faster than afterburn medevacs, as the Zerglings now trying to engage here. Alright, Zerglings and the Zerglings now just trying to come in. There you go. There's a stronger reinforcement coming in as well. The Roaches and the Zerglings are going to be backing off here. It looks as though, yes, one Viking in the center thought that could have been a medevac there to try and execute another drop. Harvester count 73 to 52, but with 5 mules, things will be temporarily even again. Coming back around, you can see Taeja really just strip mining this 12 o'clock expansion. Zergling's going to try to run in once more. Are they going to be able to do anything as we see reinforcements come in again? Siege tanks now coming into position as Snute realizes he needs to back off, but there is a flock of Mutalisks now coming in here, and will they be able to take down anything at all? Taking down a couple of Marines, but only to get shot down themselves. That was not a good engagement as the Marauders all get picked up. Alright, the Marauders now, the medevac now trying to fly their way inside this base here. The Queens are in position. The Queens are going to be there to clean this up. This medevac drop pretty much shut down before it really got started, as the 2 base inside and this also tech to tier 3. What is going on here? This really needs to just get cleaned up. Yes, the medevac looks like it will fall. No. Oh, that medevac, is it going to run out of gas? Yes, it will. And poor medevac does get shot down. 40 supply, 30 supply advantage for Snute. 82 workers compared to 59. 4 bases to 3. And the mules have now disappeared, so it is still about an 800, 900 resource difference once you account for gas. Taking a look at the losses, still higher for Terran. Snute is coming in. He does have a whole bunch of Banelings. Banelings could just be walking inside this location here. This could be really bad. So many SCVs could get taken down. There they go, as the bunker nearly gets destroyed here, as the Zerglings now going to try and reinforce. More Marines now coming in. Snute cannot stick around in this party. He knows he needs to back off, at least with the more expensive units, those Mutalisks. Now Zergling's trying to see if there is an opening here on the front door. No, that supply depot wall quickly closes up as Taeja realizes he needs to move out with his army in order to really push back these attacks. Zerglings may get picked off here. No, just simply too fast, as one poor drone walks into Gauss rifle fire and gets taken down. Alright, we may see a flank, or we may just see a sacrifice of bases. Snute thinking to himself, you know what? You have a very large force at my third base. I'll just attack at your natural and your main base now. I think I got this. Taeja is going to be down, losing all of those supply depots, unable to train up any units, no more reinforcements whatsoever, at least for a little while, except for what we got right now. 118 to 113, as now we see the counterattack coming in as well. Snute coming in with a whole bunch of Marines. You can see all these spine crawlers are currently being trained. The Queens are coming in as well. Looks as though a lot of buildings will get taken down. Taeja trying to push this back. Drones coming off the mineral line, trying to win the war. Is this going to be a battle of attrition, and who has more to lose? Mutalisks now finishing off all of the barracks here. Taeja still unable to train up any more units. Snute in a better position here, as Banelings gonna find themselves, no, do not find themselves on those Marines either. That was a huge, huge loss there, as now drones gonna be walking in here. This is gonna be a very, very sad day for the Hive tech, as the Hive will get taken down. Broodlings trying to win this war, as well as the medevacs are now low on energy. So many people to heal, so little time, as the Queens are now backing away. What's going to be happening? Infestors now making their way out. There's a couple of larvae there ready to go. If those infestors can come out and win, that would be great, but it doesn't matter. Taeja is going to lose, as he is now down to, I guess, a couple of buildings off over here, and that is it. He will be revealed. All right, hatchery after hatchery has been fallen, and Taeja was defeated. I believe, no, he just flat out left the game, and then forcing a cancellation on all of the buildings. There you go. No, maybe, did he give the GG? I don't know. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the game here. No, he was just defeated. I think he just canceled his buildings on accident, perhaps. Snute left the game, followed by Taeja. So we are now all evened up in this series at 2 games apiece. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.